is his light up feature. His chest glows a green, I don't think you can see it, and his visor glows a red. So that's the Yellow Ranger. And these weapons could form into the Storm Striker, either form into the Red Rangers. Let me try and show it to you close up. You basically attach the front of the Yellow Ranger's weapon to the back of the Red Ranger's, like so. It's quite difficult. You just kind of have to squeeze it in. There we go. You attach the Blue Ranger's weapon onto the back of the Yellow Ranger's. That's Red Ranger Storm Striker. But if you want to make it Blue Ranger's, you remove the Blue Ranger's weapon, attach it on front of the Red Ranger's. There we have it, Blue Ranger's Storm Striker. Same if you want to form Yellow Rangers, you basically take Yellow Rangers out, put it in front of Blue Ranger's weapon, and we have Yellow Ranger Storm Striker. There we go. And next, I'll show you the Navy Thunder Power Ranger. He came with his own Navy Thunder staff. So it looks like this. In the show, these staffs could form and create different weapons. Like, you can make this circle with spikes. I believe it was used as a shield, but don't quote me on that. This works the same way as as far as the weapon attachments go, it works the same as the rifles with the Ninja Storm Rangers. It can fit onto the back like so, or it can fit onto the glider. And his weapon was this here. These tiny blue attachments can close up or open up. Let me show you. This is what it looks like closed. Let me just open it up again. He can hold it like this if you want him to, but I recommend that you use his staff. Let me show you. His staff can go attach the end of this. You can attach the staff to his hand. I recommend you do that instead of attaching the end onto his hand, because it causes a bit of stress, because you kind of have to put the fingers into these little holes here, and it damages the paint. So I suggest you do not do that, but it's up to you. So this is the Navy Thunder Ranger. That's him holding his weapon, and when you press his light up feature, his visor glows red and his chest glows orange. Let me show you his glider. This is his glider. It's a dark blue. It has the Navy Thunder symbol, and he also came with this weapon here. This is the weapon. Let me show you Crimson Thunder next. Crimson Thunder Ranger. He too came with a glider, which looks like this, and it has the Crimson Thunder symbol on it. And he came with the same weapon, this Thunder Staff. It works the same way as I showed you on Navy. And this Navy Thunder in this cross mode. It also comes with this Crimson gun blaster thing. Let me show you him holding it. It's him holding the Crimson Thunder gun. And let me show you his light up feature. His chest glows the same orange, and his visor glows the green. And their weapons, I believe, form the Thunder Cannon. I'm sorry, I could be wrong. I do not remember their names. But this is what it looks like. That's what it looks like. This little black peg over here, which you force the weapon into, and this is what it looks like. Now, with the Storm Striker on Yellow Ranger's mode, you can attach the two. The end of the Crimson Blaster is the same as the Red Ranger, so you kind of have to force it in. And it looks like this. Looks really neat. Next, I'll show you the Green Samurai Ranger. And just like the olden day Green Mighty Morphin Power Rangers, the shield can come off. Let me show you. And you can attach this back on. This little peg here, you align it with the hole which the screw goes into, and then we have 2 holes on the belt and 2 holes on the back of the shield, which you just attach the pieces onto. This figure has been through a lot of abuse and torture. Like, I've dropped it many times and done many things to it, but still the shield is intact and as good as new. And the shield is very sturdy compared to the old Mighty Morphin figure, so that's a really step ahead that they've gone. As for his weapons, he came with this weapon here. I don't know if he used this as a bat in Ninja Storm, but I know he used it like as a baseball bat to combat enemies in Ninpu Sentai Hurricane. And this attaches onto his holster and it goes in here to his holster. Let me just try and get it in there, like so. Or yeah, it's a bit tough to get it out. There we go. Or you can attach it to the back of the figure to make it look like the rest of them. And his sword comes out like so. The handle is quite thin, so you can easily attach the weapon onto the figure. This way he looks like holding it. And they went a step ahead, even though this wasn't in the show. For the figures, his sword was able to attach onto the Thunderstorm cannon, I think it was called. And this is what it looks like. It attaches onto the top of the Crimson Navy's thing, and this is what it looks like. And it looks really amazing because all 6 of the weapons can combine. That's something I really loved. And I'm a sucker for weapon combinations anyways. So there we have it. So these are the Ninja Storm, Ninja Flash Rangers. As for articulation, they've gone a step down because their wrists since Lost Galaxy through Time Force you could rotate the wrist and position them how you wanted it. And in Time Force, you could rotate their hands from this section here. And you couldn't do that with these figures. So the articulation in the figure was basically you could move their hand up and down. Then in the elbow region as well. Same for the leg, you can move it up, and then in the knee region you can move it down or rotate it. And their heads could also move, I believe. But it's very tight, so I don't really like moving it. As for paint job, they did an excellent job. But a lot of fans were really disappointed because their chests did not have the white paint in it, instead it was clear because of the light up feature, like so. And also Bandai America used a really cheap plastic material for the hands and the leg region from where the knee starts. It's cheap in the sense if it were to get knocked up, it's easy to get scratched up. Well, a figure say from Lost Galaxy or from space, if you were to do the same, it wouldn't really get scratched up that easily. You would have to really drop it many times for that to happen. So I wasn't too happy about it. And also weapon application. That was really not something I like to do because it would easily scratch up the paint and you could really see like marks. So I kind of don't blame Bandai America because they wanted to try new things out. And I guess this didn't work out, so they moved on to using different materials. So that's articulation for you. And as for the